Today we are playing Star Citizen in VR. And I've got quite a bit to say about this game. I started it last night. And I want to give a shout out to Digital Tengu on Discord, who basically helped me get this all set up. I've mapped some buttons so I can get rid of HUD and stuff, so it looks really cool in virtual reality. Oh Jesus, there you go. There's someone's absolutely colossal ship online that we got to wait to... You'd have to ignore these artifacts and things you see sometimes. It's in VR. That is so cool, dude. Is this mine? Can I get in this now? All right. Even little things like trying to find out how to fucking open the door. Ah! I managed to do a first mission today. That was pretty cool. Are the lights on? It's very dark in here, dude. So yeah, I've learned a lot. And one thing I have learned is that I tried MetaQuest Link. I tried playing it natively on SteamVR with PSVR 2. Virtual desktop with the right settings is 100% the best way to play this. I've also mapped like my my reset button, like my HMD reset button to the mouse as well. Basically, what I wanted to make this video about, or for, was because I wanted to find out this is the game people should bother with. And I gotta say, I think it's really, really cool. It is difficult, it is hard. There's a lot to learn. Just pulling up the landing gear. Right, we'll get a bit of a wob. There we go. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to get out of here. I think you've got to get 10k above.
Thank you, and please visit again.
The atmosphere to like do like a hyper jump thing. Let's quickly have a look and see if there's any contracts we can do, because all I've been doing basically is hauling. I need a small, there's a small one, there we go, because my ship's only small at the moment, extra small. There we go. Right, and then we go to maps, and then we click this button, and that will set us a route of this star map. F1, turn my little wrist arm off. Right, let's get out of here. I think some people want to know, like, is this better than No Man's Sky? Why is it better than No Man's Sky? I think this is more of a game that you can, as weird as this sounds, you can kind of live in. A bit like a game like Shenmue, where you had a job and things like that. And ignore the clouds, I'm really sorry, but like, I've got this on like the lowest settings, which I do want to mess around with, but at the same time, I'm trying to use OBS as well to record, keep latency low. That's the feeling I get from this game. You know, you go to spaceports, there's loads of jobs, there's contracts, there is combat, there's things like this. Hold on, let me change. There we go. Right. I basically turned this, I think, into like spaceship mode more than combat mode. And combat mode seems to be the best thing to use when I'm landing, or, you know, when I'm trying to do some like really precise navigation. If anyone does play Star Citizen here, I don't want them to judge me. This guy doesn't know what he's doing, because to be honest, I've played this for like 6 hours. UT engine. Engage. Whoa! And that's the jump done. I need to be careful though, dude. Like, I fucking I crashed earlier, sped straight into a space station. I had to wait to get my ship back. And you got to be so precise in this game. But there is like a first-person like shooting mode in this as well. I was practicing with that. That was pretty cool. Right, I don't know if we're close enough yet. Where will he tell me to land? Will he tell me to land here?
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Where is it? Is it on the inside? There it is. And I think, yeah, so the size of the ship determines the hangar you go to. So for example, I dropped off some cargo earlier, thinking I was going to a certain particular place, and I didn't. This is unusually dark. I think literally it's just the way the light is coming up from the planet now. It's very dark. All right, here we go. I don't know if there's like an automatic way of doing landing, because it's not easy. And this is my first time I've doing it in VR, no bullshit. And that's normally where you get your cargo, so I'm going to try and be a bit cheeky and turn it around. Right, okay, and then landing gear. Yeah, and then
Landing gear down.
lower her down, nice and easy.
Landing.
Oh my god, right, turn her off. Power off, get out the ship. Things like that are just dodgy in VR, you know, like your camera goes all over the place. But the reason I wanted to get into this now is because I'm hearing like the VR mode is becoming something quite important to the developers. They're really going to invest in this game as far as I know. Like we might even get 6-off controls and stuff in the future. So yeah, I thought now was a good time to get into it. Alright, let's see if I can retrieve this stuff. Carbon. I don't know if I'm going to have to fit this. I could be completely making a massive mistake with this. Right, lower that down. But even little things like I had to buy like a tractor beam gun and then attach something to the tractor beam gun and all this stuff, dude. Select it and move to elevator. There we go. And then bring up. Little things like that. If you just don't know what you're doing, you know, it's learning the menus, it's learning all that stuff. But it looks like I'm ready. That is going to be too much. I don't want to make 2 runs. Alright. Anyway, where's my little pyro gun? Here we go. And you can't run in this mode either. It's really annoying. There is a better like tractor beam thing you can buy. And I think I saw, because I kind of thought to myself, we're in the future. Why haven't we got like an exosuit? You know, and I've actually seen someone online and it looks like they're using like an exosuit to do it. But this game looks phenomenal. It looks absolutely fantastic. I can't believe how good it looks. I just, you know, and as I said, like, there you go, it does it automatically that bit. But virtual desktop on it is completely the way to play this. And if anyone wants to know, what I can do is share my my settings in the next video, because I think there's a patch coming, or I can just share them in Discord, like the things I've got set up. You know, I had to shrink in like a bit of FOV and stuff. Not that you'd actually notice in the quest that you've shrunk any FOV. This game looks fantastic. As you saw, there's loads of different jobs you can do. There's space combat, which was really cool. I did some of that earlier. I wasn't very good at it, but yeah, thinking ahead, I could have rented a bigger ship to do this mission with, but I just didn't think ahead. I wanted to do this video while the controls are kind of fresh in my head, because yeah, it's taken me I would say the best part of 10 hours to get to this point where the game's running exceptionally well. Like, it looks really good, which is the main thing. You know, I didn't want to play it in VR because in the past I've played mods and it just, you know, like the output looks okay, but in the headset it looks trash, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted this game to look really good. Also in this game there's things like thirst, hunger, but admittedly they're really easy to maintain. Like, it's not the sort of game where you run out of thirst. Like, for example, I'm on what's that say? 69% thirst. That's with me playing this pretty much most of the day. I have 1 drink. And food-wise, I think I've eaten 1 burrito. And I found that on the floor. Someone just dropped it on the floor. I was like, oh, I'm going to eat his burrito. This could potentially be the most boring video Star Citizen VR anyone's ever seen. Another thing I really liked, there is so many VR options at the moment. Like, just going through all this stuff, experimental VR, you can change so many options. And I think that was just, when I saw this, that they are clearly, that loads of head tracking options, dude. They are clearly, like, actually invested in making a VR mode. For any of you who had like an Amiga back in the day, one of my favourite games was Frontier, and I know some people will be like, oh, you haven't played Elite. I have played Elite a little bit, but this is kind of like scratch that itch. Going from a flat screen and seeing this game in VR is bloody stunning. I can't imagine what it's like for people who actually play this game all the time. They must be like gobsmacked. You can spend real money in this game. There was a really cool ship that I thought, oh, I'd love that ship. And I think someone said it was $120 in real money. You can earn it with in-game credits, obviously, like, you know, earn your way to it. So, for example, I did a mission earlier and I earned, I think it was 50,000, 60,000. So it would take a considerable amount of time. I don't know if this is going to work. Hold on. No way. I did it. Oh my god. I do love getting in the ship, even though you come through your arse. It's really cool. Beep. All right. Let's ask for permission to leave.
You are clear to launch.
Okay. Flight ready. Systems online, gear up.
Landing gear up.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. When you play this, it is like heart in your mouth scenario for something.
Please visit again.
Right, let's get far away from the space station. Jesus Christ, is that the size of the planet? Oh my god, that is crazy. It might say we're too close. Earlier it did that. Let me... There we go. Oh, hold B, sorry.
Shield system offline.
So let me go and deliver shipment. Does all the nav comm stuff. It says invalid target. This is not a quantum void target. Oh man. It's not going to charge up. Fuck. We're going to have to fly it, which means editing this video a lot. Because you guys do not want to watch me do this forever. Because as you enter the ship's as you enter the atmosphere, your ship slows down and stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in like 200 and something seconds. But this is so cool. What does that do? Deploy. Oh, just shuts the windows. And the music's great. It's just so chill. Is someone else going off on a mission? Yeah, this is cool. This is a game I think I'm really going to try and get my teeth into. Especially if we get 6th-off controls, dude. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Look how retro my ship is, look. Even got a little fucking QWERTY keyboard in here. Right, I think it had me in one of those little ones down there. Let's ask. Hangar request completed. Which one is it? Oh, this one. Oh. Still learning. Please don't judge me. Shit. There we go. Right. Cheeky turn. Gear down. We're in. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I've just completed my first mission in VR. And it feels awesome. Right, now we need to do the boring bit. Yeah, and thinking about like Steam Frame, you know. Arguably, I don't... It obviously is a standalone headset. I think a lot of people are going to be using it for wireless PSVR. And that's part of the reason I upgraded my PC. And I want to say thank you to my patrons and stuff, you know, because I'm... well, I've not upgraded my PC for years, man. Like, absolute years. Got a new CPU. I think it's an i9 144K, I think, or 14900. 5070 Ti, because I just knew like the future is going to be more about PSVR, especially with the Steam Frame. Okay, so take that down. Contracts, there we go. I'm remaining. There was a timer? I didn't know that, dude. Confirm. I did not know there was a timer on that mission. I should have looked more carefully. That's it. We are done. So there you go. That is my first time playing. Do you want me to? I'll tell you what. Let me put my ship away. I'll give you a quick look around at the city.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
There she goes. I'm going to call her Bessie.
Please visit us again.
Right, let's get in the lift.
To exploring the stars, our corp is proud to bring the universe closer together. Our corp,
This is, you see this a lot.
Rose future.
You see guys like this just floating around doing nothing. That is really weird. I just realised I've not been to this spaceport before. Oh, we might have to get on the transit to go to the shops. This was really cool in flat screen as well, getting a transit train. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. Quick. They only last 14 seconds.
Stand clear of the doors.
I don't know where it's going to take us, to be honest. But yeah, you join the highway kind of thing. This game is so fucking cool. I've no idea where we're going. Isn't it nice though that transits are free? Mate, if this game gets sixed off controls, it'd be game over. Like, I could see myself playing this a lot. Whoa! That is so cool. Looks like Mars. You know, from Total Recall, you got all the fans and stuff. Area 18. Fuck, man, that is sick. That is insane. Food court. Where's the guns? Empire, I don't know what that is. Oh look, holograms. It's like Back to the Future 2. I'll have to go in here, see what this is. Dude, look at this place. This is fucking amazing, bro. Look at that. But yeah, there's my, like, I guess first impressions on Star Citizen in VR. It's insane. It's brilliant. The controls and the game itself is pretty hard to learn. I spent about 5 hours in it. I've really enjoyed it. So, and I think now's a good time to get involved in the VR side of it because the developers are clearly investing in it as well. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.